This is Vijayalakshmi. In our previous class, we have successfully completed our second chapter, fractions, decimals and rational numbers. Today, we are going to learn one more time what we are topics is covered in this chapter. Let us see. Chapter name is fractions, decimals and rational numbers. This is our second chapter. It's fully completed. One more time we have to repeat all these topics. It's a clear explanation. Let's see what we have discussed in this topic. All are open your textbook, 7th class textbook 57, page number 57. In this we have one blue box is there. So let's see, all are looking to this. Shall we start? First one, we have learned that for addition and subtraction of fractions, the fractions should be like fractions. In this fractions, first one, fractions. In this fractions chapter, in this fractions part, we are discussing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of the fractions. So we are doing addition and subtraction of the fractions. That fraction should be like fraction. Coming to second one, we have also learned how to multiply fractions. How to multiply fractions means product of numerator by product of denominator. Product of numerator by product of denominator. Here, multiplication of fractions. That is product of numerator by product of denominator. Coming to third one, of. In this, of can be represented multiplication. This one is also represent multiplication. For example, here I am taking 1 by 3 of 6. Of means multiplication. So 1 by 3 into 6. 6 into 3, 2 times. So answer is 2. Of represent the multiplication. Coming to fourth one. In these fractions, we have 3 types of fractions is there. First one, proper fraction. Second one, improper fraction. Third one, mixed fraction. What is the first one, proper fraction? How to define proper fraction? Proper fraction can be represent the part of the whole. Here I am taking the example given into 2 parts. Part of the whole. Proper fraction is represented the part of the whole. WHOLE, whole. And the second one, improper fraction. Improper fraction means the numerator less than or equal to denominator. So the numerator is less than or equal to of its denominator. For example, here I am taking 5 by 3, 11 by 7, 4 by 2. We can see these fractions. Every numerator is less than or equal to denominator. Numerator is less than to denominator. So this is the improper fraction. Third one, mixed fraction. What is mixed fraction? It contains the integral part plus fractional part. This should be called as mixed fraction. In this, depending on these fractions, fourth point is easy to understand. So that's why I am explaining these 3 fractions. So let's see fourth one. The product of 2 proper fractions is less than each of the fraction that are multiplied. If the the product of two proper fractions is less than each of the fractions that are multiplied. The product of proper and improper fractions is less than the improper fraction. Is less than the improper fraction and greater than the proper fraction. The product of two improper fractions is greater than each of the fractions. Each of the fractions. Coming to fifth one. A reciprocal of a fraction is obtained by inverting the numerator and denominator. Inverting the numerator and denominator. Let's see. Fifth one. What is the fifth one? A reciprocal of a fraction. A reciprocal of a fraction is obtained by inverting the numerator and denominator. For example, find the reciprocal of giving whole number, giving fraction. So here I am taking the 1 by 5. How to write this number into reciprocal of a fraction? How to convert? Here you can write 5 by 1. 5 by 1. This process is reciprocal. This fraction is called reciprocal fraction. Reciprocal fraction. Coming to sixth one, we have seen how to divide two fractions. We have seen how to divide two fractions. First one, while dividing a whole number with a fraction, we multiply the whole number with the reciprocal of that fraction. We already learned the division of whole number by a fraction and a fraction by a fraction and division by a fraction by whole number. Let's see. Here I'm explaining the one example for dividing a whole number with a fraction. Here whole number means here I'm taking the 3. Fraction means 1 by 2. 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 means how to divide. So here I am taking example. I will explain clearly. 3 is the whole number. 1 by 2 is a fraction. Which process is doing division? While 3 divided by 1 by 2. Here we can write the 3. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 means we have to multiply. So 2 by 1. Answer is 6. So in this way we multiply the whole number. We will, while dividing the whole number with a fraction, we multiply the whole number with the reciprocal of that fraction. Coming to second one, while dividing a fraction by a whole number, we multiply the fraction with the reciprocal of the whole number. In this division process, we have two types. One is whole number to fraction. Now second one, fraction to whole number, fraction by a whole number. That means here I am taking the example 3 by 4 divided by 3. Fraction, whole number. Fraction, the whole number. We multiply the fraction with the reciprocal of the number. That means in this we will write the 3 by 4. When we are doing reciprocal, it contains the multiplication symbol. So what is the reciprocal of 3? What is the reciprocal of means 1 by 3. 1 by 3. That means 3 cancel. 3. 4 3s are 12. Here how to multiply 1 by 1? How many times? 4 times. 1 by 4. 1 by 4. I will explain clearly. Previously we have to see the whole number and fraction. Coming to second one, fraction and whole number. By using the reciprocal division process, in this we have to get the 1 by 4. These two are division. How to divide the two fractions. Then coming to third one, while dividing the one fraction by another fraction, we multiply the first fraction with the reciprocal of the second. Previously we have to see what do you see? Previously we have seen the whole number by a fraction, fraction by a whole number. Now we are see in the fraction by fraction. Fraction by fraction. So, coming to third one, 3 by 4 divided by 5 by 7. 3 by 4 divided by 5 by 7. Both are fractions. Doing the division process. So, which number we have to take the reciprocal? Which number we have to convert the reciprocal process? In this, we have to multiply the first fraction. We have to multiply the first fraction with the reciprocal of the second. With the reciprocal of the second. So, here I am taking 3 by 4 means 3 by 4 3 by 4 into reciprocal of 5 by 7 equal to second one. Reciprocal first one into, so answer is 21 by 4 5s are 20. 4 5s are 20. That means we multiply the first fraction. We multiply the first fraction with the reciprocal of the second. Reciprocal of the second. So that's why reciprocal of 5 by 7 equal to 7 by 5. So answer 3 5s are 21 by 5 4s are 20. So in this way we have to find the given fractions. Given fraction, whole number and fraction. Fraction, whole number. Fraction by fraction. Fraction by fraction. Coming to seventh one, we also learn how to multiply the two decimal numbers. While multiplying two decimal numbers, we first multiply them as whole numbers. We then count the total number of digits to the right of the decimal point in both the decimal numbers being multiplied. Lastly, we put the decimal point in the product by counting the digits from its rightmost place. Here, seventh bit is very easy. I will explain clearly. In this decimals, fractions topic is over. Now coming to decimals. Decimals means, in this we also learned how to multiply two decimals. How to multiply two decimals. For example, here I am taking 1.7 into 1.5. So here two decimals. Okay. While multiplying two decimal numbers, we first multiply the as a whole numbers. When they count the total number of the digits first, here normally by using these two decimal numbers, first we have to multiply these numbers. We forget point is there, how to do these. No, these are leave it first. Normally how to multiply whole numbers, and this way same you have to do it. 3 5s are 35. 35 means 35. 3 5 5 plus 3 8 7 1. So 5 7 plus 7 14 plus 1 15 1 2 55. 255. So the product of these two decimal numbers is 255. In this decimal, how many decimal points is there? How many decimal points? 0.7, 0.5. So 1 point. In this decimal point having 1 point. In this also having 1 decimal point. So by adding 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So the product of these decimal numbers, we have to place the point after. Put the decimal point in the both decimal numbers. You have to put the decimal point into the right side of the number, product of the number. Right side of the, that means 1 2. You have to put the right side of the decimal point in both the decimal numbers being multiplied. Lastly, we put the decimal point in the product by counting the digits from it the rightmost place. Yes, here you have to do this. Right placement is the decimal point. Then coming to eighth one, in this we have to find in this we are doing some more problems also. 1.7 into whole number. Second one, here I will explain some of the examples. 15 into 1700. How to do the decimal point to decimal point, decimal number to decimal number, and whole number by a decimal number, whole number into decimal number, and decimal point to whole number. In this, how to find the problem, find the answers. Eighth one, to multiply a decimal numbers by 10, 100, 1000, etc. We move the decimal point in the number to the right by as many as places as the zero. There are zeros in the numbers 10, 100, 1000. 10, 100, 1000. In this, I will explain one more example. Here I am taking the example 3.4. So the decimal numbers multiply by decimal numbers. What is the decimal numbers? That means 10, 100, 1000. This given number is multiplied by 100. We move the decimal point to the next decimal point, the number to the right by as many as places as the zeros in the number. So here 3.4, converting this 3.4 as 34 by 100 into which number I have to multiply? And I want to divide 100. For example, I have to take 100. Sorry, 10. Okay. So 0 is cancelled. 34 by 0. Answer is 0.34. Answer is 0.34. So the decimal point in this I am taking only 10. So 10 is having only 1 0. So here I have to place the right side of the number. So I have to place the point is 1 digit, only 1. We all are covered multiplication, addition, subtraction. Now finally division. We have learnt how to divide decimal numbers. Is it correct? Yes, we already learned the how to divide decimal numbers. First one, to divide a decimal number by a whole number, we first divide them as a whole number. When then place the decimal point in the quotient as in the decimal number. Quotient in the decimal number. For example, 2.3 divided by 100. 2.3 divided by 100. To divide a decimal number by a whole number, we first divide them as whole numbers. We then place the decimal point in the quotient as in the decimal number. Note that here we are considering only those divisions in which the remainder is 0. Here, when we are doing this decimal point by a whole number, doing division, we are considering only those divisions which the remainder is 0. Coming to second one, to divide a decimal numbers by 10, 100, 1000 in any other multiple of 10, we shift the decimal point to the decimal point to be left by as many as places as there are zeros in the 10, 100, 1000, etc. Previously, when discussing decimal point to multiplication, decimal point, please we have to how to multiply decimal numbers by 10, 100, etc. On that, move the decimal point in the number to the right as many as zeros, places the zeros in the number. But in this also same. But in this we are doing division. So other multiple of 10, we shift the decimal point in the decimal point to the left. Multiplication is right, division is left. So as many as places in the is there the zeros. Third one, while dividing two decimal numbers, first shift the decimal point to the right. First decimal point shifted to the right by equal number of places in the both, converting divisor to a whole number. Coming to last one, rational numbers are a bigger. What is rational numbers? Rational numbers is a bigger collection numbers which include the all integers, fractions, all positive numbers, all positive fractional numbers, and all negative fractional numbers. In this, all these we are ratio of the two integers means we already know P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. In this PQ are integers, Q is not equal to 0. The set of rational numbers is denoted by, the set of rational numbers can be denoted by Q. Rational number is a bigger collection of rational numbers is a bigger collection of numbers which includes all positive fractional numbers and negative fractional numbers and all integers. So this should have two integers, the P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Rational number is denoted by Q. So finally we are completely done this topic today. So tomorrow onwards we will start new chapter, third chapter, simple equations. Simple equations. Hope you all are understand this topic. Fraction